have you seen from Temple that could be a challenge a couple nights?
Yeah, they put the ball on the floor pretty well. They can get to the basket. They've got a couple players that are extremely talented in one-on-one situations. Probably try to isolate a little bit and take advantage of that. Our size, they're gonna put us out on the perimeter and try to put it on the floor and get to the basket on us. Hopefully, we do a pretty good job of keeping our space, staying out of foul trouble, and then finishing plays because they're a really good. They're a really good rebounding team.
With trying to space y'all and playing zone, that's pretty much what a lot of opponents are trying to do to y'all. So, have you seen any variations in how opponents are trying to defend that?
Well, zone, I think they'll probably man-to-man, and it'll be a sagging man-to-man. They'll back it off in the paint and switch they typically do. Probably a lot of switching, force us to make perimeter shots. But I think we're gonna try to move the ball with some speed and get the ball inside and get some opportunities for our big players as well, and then get the ball up on the rim and go rebound it.
What did this last trip do for you guys in terms of just being able to build that chemistry?
When you're on the road with a trip like that, it's like camp. You're stuck. There's nobody else around, and you're kind of forced to talk to people that you don't normally talk to, eat with people all the time. So you spend a lot of time with people, and during that time you can figure out whether you got some chemistry there or not. And they did a fantastic job. Our players are meshed together very well. They handle every situation. 3 games in 3 days is a lot of work. They did a fantastic job prepping for each one of those games. The last one in particular, they did a fantastic job for.
Fred, I know you got to deal with it every year, but you start to have this part of the season where there's a lot of gaps between games for exams and Christmas, that kind of stuff. How do you try to keep the focus with such a young team?
Yeah, well, it's about details. It's about the little things, making them do, every little thing that we tell them to do. We want them to execute it in the course of open play. So, it can break down a little bit if you don't stay on top of it. Practice with Coach Staley, I don't know if you guys have been there for a little bit of time, and you know that she's a stickler for the details, so we don't let it break down too much, stay on top of them, and she's got a good feel for this team. So when they're not on top of their game, she'll get them there one way or another.